Okay, here we are, everybody. Part 2 of Baba Yaga and Vasilisa the Brave. So Vasilisa was in tears, thinking of all the tasks she had to do just to keep her alive, when the cat, who managed to have a voice, calmed her, and the doll that her mother had given her finally spoke to her and said, "Do not fear, dear one. I will help you. All you need to do is take care of the evening meal, and I will do the rest." Do you remember what the cat's name was?
Smoke.
That's right, I forgot to mention the cat's name was Smoke. The doll spoke in a quiet, yet comforting tone, and while Vasilisa was surprised that the cat was not, and it leapt nimbly into an armchair to watch Vasilisa work. And work she did. Vasilisa cooked 10 courses that day, while the doll dusted, scrubbed, and sewed. And by the time nightfall came, the doll had crept back into the safety of Vasilisa's apron, only for the door to burst open to the sight of Baba Yaga. Without a word, inspected and checked all of the tasks on the list. And as Vasilisa watched, she thought she could almost detect a spark of disbelief in the ancient witch's cold black eyes. And repeated the night before, Baba Yaga consumed the meal in silence, eating everything but the plate of food that she put to the side. "You've earned your dinner tonight, girl, and your life. But don't get too excited. Tomorrow's another day. Eat and sleep. You'll need to be rested for tomorrow." Vasilisa did as she was told and again fell into a sound, dreamless slumber by the light of the fire. She awoke once more to the sound of the cat. What sound does the cat make? That's right, but this cat can speak. "Wake up, Vasilisa. Today will be even harder for you." The cat passed her the list that Baba Yaga had left for her, and once again Vasilisa was brought to tears. The list was twice as long and impossible for even 2 mortals to complete in one day. Once again, the doll crept from her pocket and offered its much-needed assistance. Today, Vasilisa felt a little more helpful, and again she worked hard to complete for the evening meal. She sang a little whilst working, while the cat seemed to like, which the cat seemed to like, and she was busy finishing the last dish when the cat finally introduced himself as Smoke. And Vasilisa was telling Smoke the story of her life back home and her mother when she felt the doll leap back into her pocket. The door burst open. Who was at the door?
Baby.
The door burst again, once open, to Baba Yaga, who again meticulously checked off the tasks one by one. Once again, she ate her meal and ordered Vasilisa to eat and sleep. Weeks followed, and slowly Vasilisa began to find a pattern and rhythm to her life within the witch's house. Vasilisa missed her mother badly, but she enjoyed Smoke's company, and she had to admit she was pretty well looked after. One day in the early morning, she was speaking again of her mother when Smoke asked Vasilisa to follow him. Smoke presented Vasilisa with a velvet box that contained a golden comb, a blue ribbon, and a... We've got the comb, we've got the ribbon, and what else? The mirror. Vasilisa was touched, but asked Smoke, "What is the meaning of this?" "Vasilisa, I've come to love you. Take this and escape with me, sweet girl. When you hear Baba Yaga, throw these without looking: the ribbon, the comb, and finally the mirror." In what order, Hari?
I know this, but not in the right order though. So the mirror turns into a frozen now.
Okay, we won't spoil it for anybody else. Good work, good remembering. The ribbon, the comb, and finally the mirror. Let us leave now and make haste. Make haste means go fast. Vasilisa hugged the cat, and together they set forth outside. Smoke spoke to the gate, which opened, and told Vasilisa to take the post with the skull on the right for Vasilisa to use as a compass. Together they set off for home with hopeful hearts. They walked for hours, and Vasilisa thought they must be close to the forest edge when she heard the... What should she do now? Throw the ribbon! Throw the ribbon, Vasilisa, Smoke cried. But as she did, she could not risk looking behind her, and she saw Baba Yaga shaking in anger in her mortar, using her pestle as an oar, making her way through a wide, raging river. Vasilisa and Smoke began to run faster, but the whumping grew louder. Throw your cone! Smoke gasped. Vasilisa looked behind her and saw Baba Yaga, wild and raged, thumping along in pursuit on a wall of
trees.
Wall of spiky trees. The whumping was again going in tempo when Smoke yelled for Vasilisa to throw the mirror. Vasilisa, keep your eyes on your home, he begged. Vasilisa, running out of puff, realized in the distance she could see her mother running towards her. Almost breathless, she collapsed in her mother's arms as her mother dragged her towards safety in the house door. Vasilisa and Smoke fell into an immediately deep sleep and were greatly relieved when they woke to the sun shining through Vasilisa's bedroom window from the safety of her garden. From the safety of her garden, she looked out into the forest to see a glass mountain reaching to the sky. That must have been the mirror, Harry. She looked out into the forest to see a glass mountain reaching to the sky, surrounding the forest perimeter. Never again would Baba Yaga terrify the village children, and therefore Smoke, Vasilisa, and her mother lived happily ever after in blissful peace.
Yeah, in the story, she's frozen in the mountain. Baba Yaga's in the mountain.
So, do you think that's where Baba Yaga is now?
That's Grandma told me in the story.
That's right. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed Baba Yaga. There's a lot about Baba Yaga online. Stuff on YouTube. There's some Baba Yaga activities. I even hear Rebecca Ross is doing a little book review on it. It's an amazing story, and there's so many different versions of it. Check it out, and we'll see you soon.